Hey guys, this is Arsenal Giants PS3 and this is episode 23 of Season 3 of our FIFA 12 Sunderland Manager Mode commentary. And first off, I just want to say I'm sorry it's taken a little bit longer than usual to come out. I have a fuckload of essays and coursework to do, so that's always interesting stuff. But anyway, moving on to our last month of the season, and we have 3 matches for this episode. First off, we have an away match at Swansea, followed by another away match at Tottenham, and then we have a home game against West Bromwich Albion, and the next episode shall be a live commentary against Manchester United, so hopefully that'll be a really high octane action match for you guys. So looking at the table, we have moved up to 4th place. We're only 2 points behind Manchester City, who are at the top of the table, so it's going to be really interesting and really exciting, and hopefully we can actually perhaps even win the title. I don't actually think I'm going to be able to, but you never know really. So moving on to our first match of the episode against Swansea, and for those of you who have been watching the Premiership this season, Swansea have been a really great team at home. I think they've only lost like twice, but I started off in typical sweaty fashion with Lukaku passing it, I think I was setting on actually, passing it across to Sebastian Larsson. That was just shot straight across goal. The goalkeeper had no chance at all. In fact, nobody had any chance at all. I'm quite surprised Sebastian Larsson even managed to get on the end of that. But Swansea had a chance there, took a massive deflection off the centre-back. I'm not sure which centre-back it was, and that really could have gone in. Courtois had no idea what was happening. But yet again, Fernandinho on the flank passes it across, and yet again another sweaty goal. I just want to apologise for the amount of sweaty goals that I'm scoring. But coming towards the end of the season, it is imperative to get as many points as possible, so I will gladly take any pass across that I can get really. I want to score as many goals as possible, for you never know really, we could even challenge for the title. I know it's a little bit of a long shot, Man City aren't going to be dropping too many points, so in this opportunity, as that came along there, I'm going to sweat it across. Lukaku makes it 3-0 just after half an hour. I don't know what happened to Swansea, they've just completely capitulated really. Their whole defence was just shocking. I could pass it across as many times as I liked. Sessegnon, I thought about passing it across, but instead I had the shot, and Michel Vorm easily palms out for a corner, but nothing comes off it. So at half time it is 3-0. I do decide to take off Obona because he's picked up a slight injury. I think I started him in too many matches, considering he had only just come back from a pretty long-term injury. But quite frustratingly, just after half time, Danny Graham does manage to pull a goal back for Swansea. I was quite frustrated because as Obona had come off, he would have probably stopped that. I reckon he probably could have, but Nathaniel Klein is quite small. But luckily enough, Courtois does manage to make a save there to prevent it from going 3-2. That could have caused some huge issues, and yet again Swansea had another chance. Danny Graham hits the post, then Courtois rushes straight back onto his line to stop it from scoring from an open net, and I really have to be quite thankful there to Courtois. But in the 87th minute, they do manage to make it 3-2. Dyer just poking it past Courtois to make it 3-2. I was quite unfortunate. I thought he was slightly offside. It was a bit of a crappy goal if I am honest. But we have a last chance here and we should have a penalty. Lukaku plays through Amir Cohen. He knocks it past Michel Vorm and he's just taken out there. That really should have been a penalty, but I'm not too bothered because at full time it is Sunderland 3, Swansea 2. So looking at the other matches, Liverpool drew 1-1 with Bolton, Manchester City won 3-0 over Wigan, and Tottenham won 2-1 over Stoke, and really surprisingly West Brom managed to win 1-0 over Manchester United. So looking at the table, we have now gone straight above Man United into 3rd place, still 2 points behind Manchester City, so that top 4 dream is still very much a reality. So just before we move on to our second match of the episode against Tottenham, let's have a look at some of the other results. Manchester City won 2-1 over Liverpool, and Chelsea lost 1-0 to Manchester United, so that gives us a clear opportunity to make up some ground on some other teams while pulling away from some of the others. So against Tottenham, we're starting a pretty strong team. Obona sadly does not start because of his injury. We have a great opportunity here. Lukaku with the shot, but it is managed to be saved by the goalkeeper, and it doesn't come out to him, eventually put out for a throw-in, which doesn't come to anything, but a great through ball to Sebastian Larsson there, passes it inside the area to Lukaku, and he smashes it in. He's been on a really great run of form there. Don't know what happened there, sort of just threw the player onto the ground to grab the ball, but no matter, no harm, no foul. Courtois forced into a save there. We can't quite get it out of the area. Larsson doesn't know what he's up to, and then Courtois forced into another save there. Goes out for a corner, but yet again nothing comes off it. Have another chance here. James Milner in the area has a shot. It doesn't go in, but the penalty is given there. I'm not sure particularly why there wasn't a replay after it, but Larson steps up, puts it in the back of the net to put us 2-1 up. Here's just a little bit of a replay. James Milner, he lines up the shot, and then as you can see in the background, just takes him out. We get a little bit of luck though, but in order to win the title, that's the sort of luck you need. But Courtois makes a great save here, just pure reactions, just managed to get to a hand to it. But during this period of play, Tottenham just had so many opportunities. Yet again, Courtois, that was a little bit of an acrobatic one, maybe a little bit speculative. He didn't really have to make that sort of dramatic jump. But unfortunately, just on the stroke of half-time, Danny Welbeck does manage to reduce the deficit down to 2-1. So that is quite unfortunate, but it had to happen eventually. So at half-time it is Sunderland 2-1 up, so I'm quite happy about that. We should be on course for 3-1, but yet again just Tottenham attacked and attacked. We do manage to save it on the line there, then he passes it out retardedly, but Courtois does manage to claim it, and luckily enough nothing comes of it. But if Tottenham do not take their chances, that I will gladly take my own, setting on plays in Lukaku, and literally just on the turn there, smashes it into the bottom corner. That was a pretty quality goal there from Lukaku, just playing on the last man and then smashing it into the bottom corner. The goalkeeper can't get close to it, but yet again a penalty is given. This one is just absolutely retarded. At first I thought, yep, very clearly I have taken him out there, that is a clear penalty, but on the replay here I don't make contact with him at all really. So Courtois manages to save the penalty though, which I'm really happy about, because it really shouldn't have been a penalty anyway. I'm pretty sure there was the slightest of contact, but to give a penalty for that is just absolutely ridiculous. But Tottenham really must be hating themselves right now, because Larson threw on goal, a really great goal here, just finesses that into the top corner. But I must warn you guys, this is where the match just turns absolutely crazy. First off, Scott Parker in the 76th minute manages to make it 4-2, a really quality goal there, just volleys it into the bottom corner. And then yet again, Tottenham with a chance, just in the 88th minute, Pavlyuchenko manages to header that in. I don't know what happened there with the action replay, just sort of it wouldn't come up, it was a bit retarded. And here, that was the point we could have scored against them, and then Pavlyuchenko plays through Luka Modric. You think all the danger is gone there, but yet again Luka Modric passes it across to Van der Vaart to equalise in the last minute. How crazy is that? I was literally just angry at myself. How did I let a lead like that slip? It was the easiest lead I had to defend, and we have a brilliant chance here. David Ngog, who hasn't had too many opportunities, threw on goal and just had to poke that in, but he can't do it. And at full time it is Tottenham 4, Sunderland 4. Absolutely crazy match, but at the end of that match the table looks like this. We have lost out on third place to Manchester United, but Liverpool can't actually catch us up now unless they manage to catch us up on goal difference, which I don't really think they'll be able to do that. So fourth place is looking pretty safe at this point in time. But on to our third and final match of this episode against West Bromwich Albion. All we need is a point here in order to guarantee Champions League football for next season, but in order to actually challenge for the title I need all 3 points. So instead I am starting David Ngog, because a couple of our players are a little bit run down on stamina, as you probably saw from that match against Tottenham. That was a really crazy match, and a lot of my players by the end of it had completely run out of stamina. But West Brom take a really shock lead here. Shane Long manages to put them 1-0 ahead, just manages to play the offside trap, and he does go through on goal. David Ngog has a chance here, smashes it from outside the area, but then Foster manages to make a good save there. But we do manage to equalise. Ogbonna has come back from injury, which is a really great plus. And what's more surprising is the fact that I have a load of these really tall players, you know, David Ngog, Lukaku, Ogbonna, loads of players like that, and yet from set pieces I've hardly scored at all this season. So to actually score from a set piece I am quite happy about. But in the second half we just literally attack and attack. Sessegnon with a pretty crappy finesse shot there, if I have to say so myself. Xherdan Shaqiri with a chance here. Shaqiri hasn't had too many opportunities in these past couple of matches. He hasn't had too much, so I do sub him off for Sebastian Larsson, because I really want 3 points here, because I really want to challenge for the title to make our last match against Manchester United interesting. But James McLean has a shot saved by the keeper, so unfortunately we don't have any other opportunities. It ends 1-1 apiece, and a draw really is not enough to allow us to win the title. Having a look at the other results, Manchester United won 2-1 over Tottenham, and Liverpool drew 2-2 with Fulham. So a couple of pretty good results there. However, Manchester City do manage to win their match, so pretty much the title dream is over. It is impossible to catch up with Manchester City, but our last match against Man United could decide whether we will come in second place or not, so I am looking forward to that. But anyway, time for goal of the episode. First, we have the Lukaku goal against Tottenham, where he turns and shoots into the bottom corner pretty beautifully. That was quite a nice goal. Then we have the Sebastian Larsson goal against Tottenham with the finesse into the top corner. That was also quite a beautiful goal. I quite like that one as well. So please leave a comment on which one you think should be goal of the episode. And now for player of the episode. There were a lot of candidates, but I'm probably going to have to go with Sebastian Larsson, purely because he scored a crazy amount of times and he was pretty crucial to getting us as many points as possible in those matches which he played. Although a lot of them were part of crosses, I have to admit he was a pretty important player. So anyway guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and yet again I apologise for the fact this episode has taken a little bit longer than usual to come out. I have a lot of essays and stuff, and you know, it's all quite hectic. So anyway guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please leave a thumbs up because it really helps us out. So anyway, thanks.